A secondary healing option. Okay, so then what happens if you take this secondary healing option with this secondary healer? I guess you just die. If the whole party dies, the party's looking at both healers and they're like, whoa, bro, we're secondary healers, dude. Why are we reading this? Because we want brain damage. Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker, best healer class is ranked. Okay, Scholar. Ooh. Scholar's 4. How do you guys feel about that? Where's Momo? How does he feel about this? Because to my understanding, Scholar is actually fucking awesome, and everybody cried for no reason. It's kind of like when people were crying about White Mage and Shadowbringers, and it turned out to be super fucking good. People cried about Scholar. They memed on Expedient. Let me tell you, brother, when the Scholar pops Expedient in the fucking raid, oh my god, I love that shit. I'm zooming all around, dude. I love Expedient. Let's see. While all of 14 healer jobs are viable in one way or another, Scholar is certainly in the weirdest spot at the moment so far as overall rankings go. You need to explain weird. Why is it weird? I don't think it's weird. Maybe they're talking about the fairy. I love the way the Scholar's pets offer a variety of failsafe options, and I can't deny how versatile their shields are, but Scholars still have a strange overall kit that doesn't include many viable DPS options and ultimately isn't that fun to use. Ooh. Okay, here's a red flag when you use the word fun in a review article. Fun is subjective. You cannot use fun in a ranking. You can't. Let me give you an example. Me, when I don't like something online, you know what I do? I close it out. When other people don't like something online, they feel the need to cry and bitch about it, you know, because they find that fun. So what I find fun may not be the same thing as what you find fun. So you cannot use fun in a ranking system. It doesn't work like that. They're an interesting secondary healer in some situations, but they're just lacking that special something. This entire paragraph, this doesn't say anything. These are literally just words that have absolutely no fucking meaning. And apparently this motherfucker never used Expedient because Expedient is fun as fuck, okay? If you don't think zooming around is fun, you know what? You can't use fun. You can't use fun. Some people might not like zooming around, okay? Some people might find that offensive. I can guarantee you that somewhere, someplace, there's a person reporting a scholar for using Expedient without their permission. Now think about that for a second, because I bet you that's actually happened already. Excuse me, sir. You did not use Expedient without my permission, and I moved my character farther than I anticipated, and that interrupted my gameplay, and I don't appreciate that. I bet you that's happened. Okay, so Scholar's 4, because it's not fun, and they're lacking a special something. Yo, Momo's in shambles right now, dude. Sorry, man. All right, Astro. While some fans were worried when they first saw the scope of Astrologian's Endwalker rework, it turns out that the tales of this job's death have been greatly exaggerated. This job died? Or this is saying that people expected it to die. Did people expect Astro to die? I don't ever recall hearing that. Did they get Scholar and Astro mixed up? Yo, is this supposed to be Scholar and this supposed to be Astro right here, dude? I don't think anybody expected Astrologian to die. Does he mean like nocturnal? Huh. Okay. Anyway, Astrologian's more streamlined design and emphasis on pure healing abilities do make it a much different class, but most of the changes end up being a net positive. Okay, hold on. Ding dong. Question time! Is Astro pure healing like that much different from Diurnal? I haven't played Astro yet. It's literally just Diurnal. Okay, so again, I'm a casual healer, but I did look over the tooltips, and what I read was very similar to what Diurnal was. Its rotation is way different. I find that extremely hard to believe. Do you still spam fucking Malefic? Your 2-minute window is really busy now. It's much busier now. I don't like it. Okay. While Astrologian is not the best pure healer job, more on that in a bit, the variety of their kit and the ways this class can buff a party's overall DPS makes it a fascinating secondary healer option. Isn't it a super good pure healer? I thought White Mage had horrible mana issues. That's why I'm asking questions, because this is contradicting what I have heard from people that actually play the game. A secondary healing option. Okay, so then what happens if you take this secondary healing option with this secondary healer? You just have 2 secondary healers. Both of them are looking at each other like that fucking meme of the dog and the cat Nala. They're like, which one's gonna heal? Who's taking the lead? We're both secondary options. You know what I mean? I guess you just die. If the whole party dies, the party's looking at both healers and they're like, whoa, bro, we're secondary healers, dude. All right, anyway. Okay, Sage. It's always difficult to design a properly balanced no, dude. no, I already know where this is going. Okay. Combat healer in an MMO. But Sage is one of the best overall examples of that concept I've ever seen. I don't think that they realize that Scholar has a fucking fairy, man. The only reason that they said combat healer is because you put fucking Cardia on someone and you deal damage and it... Jesus Christ. While Sage isn't the extra DPS class that some were hyping it up to be, who thought Sage was gonna be the extra DPS class? Who in the fucking planet thought that Sage was gonna be another DPS class, okay? Because I'm pretty sure that's a big ass fucking goose egg. Zero, brothers, 0 people. Actually, no, 1, it's this guy. You'd still be impressed by the amount of damage that they're able to pump out while using their barriers to keep party members in the fray. It also doesn't hurt that this class is just so much fun to play. Okay, alright, okay, again with the fun, motherfucker. Again with the fun. What if I like fairies? What if I like having a pet? Okay, then Sage is gonna gargle balls, okay? Because it doesn't have a fucking pet. So no, you can't put fun in a ranking. I can be your fairy pet. Ooh woo. Here we go. White Mage, number 1. How many big dick White Mage mains we got in the chat right now? How many big dick White Mage mains? I'm a White Mage main. White Mage is exactly where it needs to be. On the top, it's the main healer, okay? Any type of healing that you want to do, you put it in the suggestion box, and I'll look at it at my most convenient fucking time, okay? You're just the secondary healer. You shut your fucking mouth and you listen to me, because I'm the main healer, and I'll check your shitty suggestion out of the box when I get time. I'm too busy doing main healer things, secondary healer, so shut the fuck up. Much like how Paladins distinguish themselves from other tanks by virtue of being such a pure tanking class, it's hard to overlook how White Mage's healing focused kit makes them an obvious primary healer in most circumstances. While White Mage isn't quite as potent as it once was, it's not? What do they mean by that? Potent in what way? Damage? Healing? Utility? Thin air? See, you guys are saying thin air, but I don't think that this person knows what thin air is. So Scholar's 4 because they're an interesting secondary healer, but they lack something special and it's not fun. So Scholar lacks something special and not fun to use. So that's why it's 4. Astro is number 3 because it is not the best pure healer. And all of the changes ended up being a net positive and it's a fascinating secondary healing option. So Sage is number 2 because it's just so much fun to play. And it's also the combat healer. Sage is a combat healer. The other healers are not. So that's why Sage is 3. Okay, White Mage is 1 because much like Paladins distinguish themselves from other tanks by virtue of being such a pure tanking class, it's hard to overlook how... Okay, so White Mage is number 1 because it's the main healer, and don't you ever fucking forget it. Let's see, while White Mage isn't quite as potent as it once was, it's clear that 14 team is still hesitant to give any other healer this much raw healing potential. As such, White Mages are still in a class of their own when it comes to delivering big heals when they're needed most. So White Mage is number 1 because it's the main healer and it heals the most. It is the Chad Mage. If you're a White Mage main, you're a Chad. Giga Chad, Omega Giga Chad.